gonna play. I'll play on normal, I think. Mostly here for the story, not really wanting the ultimate challenge.
When prosperity awaits you in the stars, come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Just jam it in there.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Okay, I thought I might make a kind of some sort of a talker guy. So we probably want to invest here in the mind. Perception. Probably not this, so we can even take away
that you're
here.
oblivious to flirtation.
Or maybe not. Headshot, that sounds kind of useful. Okay, I'm gonna add here. And then maybe we do some personality thing. Don't really need those skills, so I could probably lower this. Do health
High
regeneration.
blood pressure could keep you from blacking out at least. You're easy to like. Should come in handy if you're stopped by a guard. You'll need all your wits to save your fellow colonists.
So like that, and then I have 1 point left. Maybe use it. Always good that you can carry a lot of stuff. On the other hand, no passive health regeneration, so it doesn't auto regenerate. Maybe take that away and put it there instead. I think this sounds pretty good, I think. Let's go with that.
Someone with a talent for exploiting insecurities. I hear Monarch's in need of more game hunters.
Then some ranged and dialogue. I think that seems good. Aptitude, so this is like some added skills. This could be pretty good.
I can be reasonably sure you know how to add and
So you can
subtract.
take that. Then appearance. Probably gonna be a guy, but then can we randomize here? We can just go with the pretty standard guy. It doesn't really matter. You don't really watch. I think it's third person, so you don't really see yourself that much. Okay, farmer, not farmer. So we're pretty good with persuade, hack, even hack and science. We didn't really kinda try to get those high, but guess it's okay. And then long guns. Seems good, seems good.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Inoperable.
Surprisingly, something went wrong. Could never have guessed that.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see. Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
And again, it's not working. Just beat it into submission.
working. Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Yeah, he did. He did. Adreno. Let's take that. Oh yeah, this looks pretty cool. Grass is kinda invisible when I'm sneaking in it. Recognize me. Please don't come after me. I don't have any weapons, I think, yet.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Oh, broke my leg there. Oh yeah, so that uses the Adreno stuff we just picked up.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
I got a better idea. Give me your gun. I'll go get help.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some
Thanks
spare
so
ammo.
much.
Not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Sure thing, sure thing.
You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell?
Shoot these little guys. Okay, got some stuff. Tactical time dilation. The complications stemming from being revived for extended duration, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the tactical time dilation TTD button slows down the world if you have time to take action. You have a limited time in this mode. Staying still drains your TTD very slowly. Q, okay. Q does that. Whoop. Oh, please don't die. Can't jump from very high, it seems. You have the 4 weapons equipped at a time. Completed, botched. It usually is failed in these games. Okay, so that's quests. Yeah, probably read these only if I need to do that. The body's probably left something. That's the same gun, yeah. guy from a couple of headshots.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed.
Hello there.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he? Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
Spacer's Choice guards back down from a challenge.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
I discerned a fine bonus.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
I don't believe that. So this, if I take this stealing.
Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
I guess it's stealing. So let's not start off at the wrong foot.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
I'm not here to misappropriate anything.
I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence.
No.
Jettison procedures initiated. Disengage in airlocks. Preparing to reject all boarded parties in 5, 4,
I'm gonna die here.
2, 1.
You realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Feels bad. Is this Hawthorne
This
ship?
vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Got this a red smear under my escape pod. Hawthorne's dead, I'm sorry.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Okay, but I'm not Hawthorne. Hawthorne's dead.
I understand. You are speaking metaphorically. You wandered outside this ship and experienced a permanent, life-changing encounter. The old you is dead. Welcome back, Captain Hawthorne. I extend felicitations and congratulations on your life-changing experience.
Thanks, I guess.
You are welcome. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
Where am I supposed to find something like
The
that?
settlement of Edgewater is located nearby. I recommend speaking to the administrator of Edgewater and requesting assistance. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Captain of the Unreliable. Good ship name, good ship name. Yeah, I got it, thanks.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Level up, that's good. Every time you level up, you earn skill points to spend on improving your skills. Spending a skill point on a core skill improves all of the specialized skills in that group to a maximum of 50. After 50, you can add points directly to specialized skills up to 100. Every skill improves as it grows, but special unlock bonuses occur every 20 points. Reach each skill description to see what they are. Armor consumables and status effects can temporarily raise and lower your skills. This helps or hurts skill checks and the skill's passive bonuses, but won't give or take away the skill unlocks. Been promoted. Congratulations, you have gained enough experience to go up a level. Open your character's ledger to advance your character. Leveling up increases your health points, gives you points to upgrade your skills, as well as gives you access to a new perk every other level. Keep leveling, you'll be upper management material in no time. Okay, so we got 10 points here. So we can put, oh yeah, you can put here, and then it adds 1. Oh, but I can click like 10 times. Maybe just put them for now here, all in the persuade and dialogue. dialogue stuff. Apply. Yep. You have unlocked a dialogue combat skill. When attacking the correct type of target, they are automatically debilitated. That sounds good. Should be good. Perks. Come to the perks section. On this screen you can choose which perks to buy with your perk points. Get a new perk point to spend every second levels. You can also acquire perk points through gameplay, such as by accepting a flaw. Acquiring 5 new perks makes next tier of perks available to you. Okay, I didn't really understand what the flaw thing was, but we'll figure that out. More health. More time. Walk speed. Sprint speed. The carrying capacity usually is good to take in these games. Otherwise you're stuck with too much stuff. I'm a talker guy, so the health thing, I take the health thing or the pack mule. Probably take the pack mule first. Okay. Do anything else here on the ship?
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
I guess not.
These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me. These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them. Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
Okay, so you can respec here. Does it cost anything? Spend 500. Nope. So you can respec. Oh, that's good to know. Good to know.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain. I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
Okay, so now we can pick up Let's pick up that shoddy, let's see if it's better. I was good with long weapons. I don't know what this is. Probably not that good with this weapon. Okay, that's a condition. This is in real bad condition. Let's try to fix it. Workbench allows you to repair, upgrade and modify your weapons and armor, keeping your combat ready and in tip-top shape at all times. On each screen, first select the weapon or armor item that you want to work on, then choose what you want to do to it. Repair it, break it down for parts, modify it to the mod or tinker to upgrade it. Let's try fix the shot too. Inspect. Okay, so how do we repair? Repair. You can click it probably. How much does it cost? So how do you actually repair? Don't I have enough money or something? I guess we have to repair it then. Maybe I didn't have enough of the materials or something.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Really? After I patched up your friend?
Yeah, fair point. I'll let it go this time. If you're looking to help us out with our marauder problem, talk to Constable Reyes over in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
You can talk to this Private Kimball.
Marauders, deserters, illegal landing. What is this colony coming to?
Okay, looks pretty. This game looks pretty good, I must say. It runs pretty good on my not really top tier machine. Didn't even die from those headshots. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pristine. Okay, so this is a pristine stuff. Worth more, I guess. 13, and this is it's actually worth the same as the other. Oh, but that's a pristine too. This is not pristine. Oh yeah, 6, so it's double the value actually. Actually, that's pretty good.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend.
My pod crashed in the hills back there.
Pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
What's this clock over here? I never got your name. I'm Organic Farmer.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas.
It's not.
Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. You're offering me a job.
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see.
Making people pay for their own graves.
Company policy. If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
Alright, I'll collect your fees for you.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
There's something else I wanted
Yeah?
to ask. You lose a lot of people to Marauders.
Former people, yeah. Marauder's been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
If you get the Marauder trouble, I can take care of it.
Well, if you're gonna go headhunting, talk to Constable Reyes back in town. She pays for Marauders by the finger.
Any idea where they're coming from?
Couldn't tell you. No, I mean, I'm contractually prohibited from saying anything that might reflect poorly on Spacer's Choice. Ah, avoid it. Shouldn't have said that either. Look, forget I said anything.
How long have you been a junior inhumer, grave digger, whatever?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1. All my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
This town must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You're not worried about falling sick.
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
Okay, that's all.
Beats working at the cannery.
Beats working at the cannery.
Sure does. Their quests. Quests. Okay, but can I select multiple quests at once?
Had your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
Carry on. I don't get a lot of visitors.
The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
I'll wait until you're finished.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Start with the introduction. I'm an organic farmer.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Uniform, what they're talking about.
Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
think you may have the wrong idea about me.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repair, so I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
I guess you want me to do something for you before you help me.
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Tell me about this geothermal
The
plant.
geothermal plant was built by our owners, Spacer's Choice. Lit up the whole Vale once upon a time. Most of the Vale is now abandoned. All that power is going to waste.
You said this botanical lab was mostly abandoned. What did you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I don't think these people will take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
How can I help?
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Oh, I recognize Adelaide.
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
These workers must have left town for a reason.
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
All right, Reed, I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure thing.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. Companions. You gain a companion. There are characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat sports, the skill enhance your skills. Okay. They increase your carry capacity. You can unlock special companion combat skills with the inspiration skill. Okay. Okay.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Got a sec?
The elevator. Okay. What is-
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the deserters, so what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways. Where are we headed?
I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her. It's hard to miss what you never knew. I don't ponder it over much. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
It's not normal.
I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
So it doesn't light up which of these is the vicar people. This or this. I guess we just have to test. Oh, but there's Vicar Max.
Sorry, it'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
Hey.
Okay, this we can take and it's not stealing it. Sell that for a few bucks, I guess. Okay, how do we get in here? The guy's in there, but how do we enter the building? From here, I guess then.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
Nice, talking to
I
the
so
other.
rarely get
So if you
new
don't
people
have a
to talk to.
companion, that's not there.
Name your poison.
Pretty
Anything
nice,
at all.
pretty nice.
Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
What sort of spiritual advice do you offer here?
They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No. How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands.
I was actually asking what your religion was all about.
The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan.
What does OC stand for?
The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson.
How do you talk to this Grand Architect? Prayer, meditation, or what?
You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us.
So it's doesn't sound like a very motivational religious philosophy. What's there to aspire to?
We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to Grand Architects ourselves, after a fashion.
Really, how does that work? Tell me more.
Well, first there's the matter of the secret blood rites and animal sacrifices. I'm kidding. Seriously, though, to truly understand the metaphysics involved takes years of study and contemplation.
How did you know I'm an outsider?
Not to put too fine a point on it, but your choice of wardrobe is not precisely common hereabouts. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here. Except for Ms. Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
Maybe it's because you're so dismissive, quite inappropriate for a vicar, isn't it?
Oh, nothing could be further from the truth. I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Isn't it your job to raise that?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Hold on a minute, did you just refer to this town as a miserable place?
Yes. And thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so.
Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Depends on how well their leader can provide beyond your walls.
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for.
So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is it impossible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Handsome sum, you say? Tell me more.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I assume you want to burn it once you get your hands on it.
What? No, I don't want to burn it. I would never... I mean, I just want to... Look, I have a very simple goal here. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
I need to know a little bit more about this book before I agree to this.
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Okay, so he's always here. Always.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you around here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must be on my way. Verity to you.
Talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
Did that person just do the moonwalk there? It seemed like she was walking backwards. Okay, now what do we have? Do we have any quests here inside, or should we go outside? Oh yeah, these guys are inside here. So we're going to talk to them first.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
I'm not holding out hope.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Your haircuts usually come with free lectures.
We don't believe in free anything here in Edgewater. We're a Spacer's Choice company. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
How do I report to this guy when I'm dead? Seems kinda tough. Prepare my remains for what?
Burial, in the unfortunate event of a fatality. It's what a barber does. We make you presentable.
I got some questions for you.
Go ahead.
Do you know about this plague?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
We're going to treat all your workers.
Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
Whose idea was that?
Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours.
Seems like a kind of a scumbag, actually. You seem pretty enthusiastic about this place.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
Sounds exhausting.
As the good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work.
Scylla sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
That's some quality drama, Conrad. You should audition. I think this guy has money.
Thank you, no. I despise the serials. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay. And that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Just gives us an IOU. What does that mean? Like I owe you money? Or something else? Hang on, medical rights.
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly,
I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. Why, fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
He does seem a bit sick. You want to tell me what got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
So you're Martin Abernathy.
What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking.
Of course, of course. I'm not looking for trouble. I'm just here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Knows what?
I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
Sorry to hear it.
You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Okay.
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Not so fast, I've got some questions.
I'll do what I can.
Okay, just buy some medicine.
I tried medicating myself with Adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
It's horrible.
It is what it is. Town's got a limited supply of medicine. Medicine better spent on a body stronger and younger than mine.
I assume there are guards.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
Can you tell me about these marauders?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
Heard enough.
So you'll do it then?
Well, if there's only marauders, then yep, I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Lord, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Anything I should know about this community center?
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
Okay. We have still 2 guys, I think.
You're making a mistake working for...
2 guys left. This guy and this guy are part of this collect debts mission, I think. Nope, I was in there yet. I was in there already. In the cannery place. I think here's one of those guys. Probably.
Some sort of freelance?
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Guessing you're the foreman.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes, or right away, or thank you.
Gravesite fees, I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that? Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees, and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
It's kind of you, I guess.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said this guy shot himself.
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
What are you gonna do? Arrest his corpse? Vandalism? Did you have to clean bits of him off the wall? Bits of him off the wall or something?
First of all, that's a horrible thing to say. Secondly, yes, we did. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was a person, not an asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Okay. Where do we have this last guy? Goes out of town. Conrad, was that the last guy? Let's see. I think we spoke to this guy already. Maybe the last guy's out of town. Seems to be out of town, yes. That's out of town. Yep, so I guess we can leave town now. Check out what's outside. We can mount and we can talk to Silas, I guess, to complete at least a few of those collections.
Parvati, come for a visit? Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
Let's see here. Move this sub. I think it was over some of the overlapping some of the hoods there, so I'm gonna put it there. I think that is better. What are you talking about, Silas?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
Sorry, Parvati.
Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
About those fees you wanted.
You run into any trouble?
Conrad says he can't afford to pay.
Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. Gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room.
Are you suggesting extortion?
Well, that's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
I'll take a look. Okay, let's see the map now. So there's something, let's see, journal. Small grave matter, yeah, so there's the last guys there. It's landing site. So I guess I can't show many quests at the same time. That would be useful. The rest is there, but the last grave thing was here, so I can go there first, I guess. So we're there somewhere. Can't really jump from too high places or take damage.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
What are you babbling about?
The war! The coming apocalypse! Man versus machine! I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Okay, some Terminator vibes here. Oh yeah, gotta watch out for those mechanicals.
That's right. That's what I've been saying. We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever vigilant. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant, clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
If your resistance needs an air gun, I am for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans mostly, some Spacer's chaw, a few bit carts. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name.
What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. The scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
If I'm going after this mechanical scout, I could use a couple pointers.
Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Very technical term. Got a question for you.
Go on.
What exactly do you do here?
I'm Ludwig Miller, Associate Security Officer for Transportation. Officially, unofficially, strictly between you and me, I am the only thing standing between Edgewater and total annihilation.
Okay, Scylla sent me your gravesite fees.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the Resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Okay. So I'm gonna collect from that one guy still. Maybe I go back inside and talk to that one guy first. First try talking to
What
him.
can I do for you?
Medical 15, so that you had some training. I know a thing or two about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Only if you use the term doctor loosely. I'm guessing you were trained at a medical school.
Experience was my teacher. Experience, and so you want to be an embalmer. Brochures 1 through 5. Courtesy of the Spacer's Choice Department of Career Development.
Some questions.
Go
for
ahead.
you. Okay, yes, I couldn't take any other of those choices there. Never mind, never mind.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna check out your back room here. Just close the door there casually. exam. Letter from Phyllis. Conrad, receptionist, shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay his body price. This is gonna ruin us, so I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're possessing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We'll sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet. Use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Phyllis. Okay, so this could be some dirt on this one guy.
Where are we headed?
You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask about.
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Isn't it supposed to be clean? It's a church.
I know, but Vickers says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
It's an ideal, not what we live in, but what we strive for.
It just comes off cold to me, is all.
Let's get back to it. Okay, maybe we can. And from first Conrad, perhaps you could use information from it to convince Conrad. Yeah, now we can probably get the money out of this guy.
What can I do for you?
Know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth as collateral for our gravesite fees?
You know about Eugene? How?
I'm a mind reader.
You were probably poking around my things. I really shouldn't leave my letters sitting out in the open. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
They were probably worth a few bits, a few Twitch bits. Sure, he went missed.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Well, you're gonna come up for
are you
something.
asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
Sure about this?
I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
I'm told Eugene killed himself. What happened?
Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life.
So the town never had to pay a penalty.
We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
Goodbye. More level ups. Now we could probably put in something else than the dialogue. Or we could pump that up more, of course. So why are these adjusted up here? Oh yeah, because I use the skills, so that's what I have. Not this, but this. Maybe I'm gonna put at least a few points here. Maybe all the points. All the points for now. Time dilation, location hits. When we look at the location hit effects for tactical damnation, hitting enemies in different locations during TTD maims or cripple those body parts. Let me go to different effects. Hits to the chest produce different effects when using different ones. So now when I shoot in the head, it might be more effective actually. Yeah, but no perks because it was every second level. Now we're return to Silas. So now we go outside. Every mission is outside now. Yep.
Fancy threads. That some kind of hibernation suit?
Kinda is. Got a question for you.
Yeah?
Have you ever heard any news about the Hope?
The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. Is there a reason you asking?
The Hope isn't a rumor. It's real. I'm living proof.
Alright, easy now. No need to get your hackles up. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you.
But understand, they said the colony was expecting us.
Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about Hope this and colony that, but you need to stop. Or there's gonna be trouble.
What's the trouble in asking a question?
Trouble's in the asking. Or don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading hoaxes and the like. Frankly, neither do I.
Okay.
Something I can do for you?
We need to talk about Eugene.
Yeah? What about him?
Rather read from Phyllis. She mentioned digging him up for his gold teeth.
Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we were supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead.
I'll keep an eye out for them, I guess.
Let me know if you find anything.
Maybe it was just the other guy who dug them up. How about the fees you wanted?
Any trouble?
No, I'm all done. Yeah, we're pretty much done.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I was hoping for something more tangible.
Oh, suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Okay, let's not tell him about this. So it's bye-bye. Let's see which quest would be nearest now. That's far away. It's quite far away. I think that's the closest one. We just go around here and see. Check that place out. Oh, maybe we not jump down. Gonna take some damage. Unnecessary damage. There's some lava there. This is it's a pretty good looking game. I mean, the textures aren't the really the sharpest, but the overall like vibe is pretty good. Okay, so here's the scout. So we should take this guy out.
Aw, he ain't no threat. Bet I could fix him up smart.
Can we fix him up? Try to fix him then.
Got it.
Maybe I can talk to him. Yep.
Searching
Let's
for
try talking
repair
to
bay.
Robot.
Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new.
The good
Well,
old
me by Space's
smash it up.
standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Whoa, hey, don't you owe me something for the repairs?
I don't reckon Jeremy understands the concept of trade.
Spacer's Choice reminds all colonists that serving the Spacer's Choice family is the highest possible reward. I have been programmed to deliver this pre-approved message.
Maybe he could give some bits. I'll be going now.
Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Okay. Robots fixed up. Then this is the closest now, so we're gonna go here now, I guess. It was the book, yeah. Bookie book. So can we pick up any of these mushrooms? I don't think. Oh, here's some bad guys, I think. Yeah, he got a bit confused when he shot him in the head this time. He seems to have quite a lot of health, even if we hit him in the head. Damn, they have a lot of health. This is probably some kind of boss. If I shoot him in the arm. Oh no. He was a tough guy, he was a tough guy. Toughy guy, toughy guy. Maybe we can try the shotgun. Would be better at close range, but use this other pistol that has a bit better condition. German helmets up to the equipment slots to wear them. You can also measure armor here. Select compare. So this is better than this. Has better rating at least. Tech skills, stealth kills, consumables. You can use junk or drop consumables. Emergency magical inhaler is shown. We shall make us skill with more drug mixing slots. Okay. Can put more there, but when it uses one of those, I guess it takes more from these if we got them. Mods to use to pick locked weapon parts. That's for repairing, I guess. Easy. Okay, let's try this again. Try to use some health and Marauder ringleader. Let's try to hit him in the head now, big time. Maybe kill these other guys first. Slow motion healing. But time to take cover. Let's heal ourselves a bit more. Then go back to action. Is that everybody? The big guy still left. Well, he doesn't have much health. Whoa, no. Pretty tough, these guys. Especially that ringleader guy. I don't have any grenades or anything like that, I think. I try to take some more distance and try to kill those normal guys first.
Okay, keep them quiet.
Let's try to kill these guys first. Oh boy. That guy brings on, I think we are going to be dead. Oh my god. Tough guys, tough guys. Let's see, can we... The difficulty, I think I'm gonna put it just casually in store. I'm not really here to reload everything. Reload so many times. So we're just gonna go with the casual difficulty here. Maybe shoddy is better close range. Guy's kind of bad, I think. This gun will be better. We need to invest a little bit points into health, so we don't die this easy. Paradise is down, I think. Down too. Okay, got him. Light machine gun. See if I can use that weapon better. Okay, so we should probably repair. This seems like a good weapon. Throw that in there. Now this weapon is 80%, so it degrades pretty fast.
Yeah, huh?
How can I give stuff to her? Just like inventory. How do I transfer over weapons to the... Oh, there, Parvati. Companion ledger. Okay, so this is what she has. Right on, right on. Body armor. No perks available right now. Oh, behaviors. Let's see about this. Distance, weapon. Follow distance. Yeah, probably want close. Weapons. That sounds good, I think. So, yep. Does she heal by herself? Oh yeah, there's a small auto heal for me too. It's good. Let's see if these guys left anything. See if they left anything, then I'm probably gonna wrap up this first stream of this game. Seems like a decent game. I get quite a lot of the Fallout vibe from this game. Weapon mod. But yeah, I think this is a good spot to end this stream, and I'll see you guys later. Maybe today, and if not today, then tomorrow. So yeah, bye.